Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to talk about something that pretty much flips the script on everything we think we know about success and happiness. And you'll see how just a tiny shift in how you look at things can change, well, everything. All right, let's just jump right in. Think about it. Most of us, right, we live our lives based on this formula we learned as kids. It's like this unwritten roadmap. But here's a scary thought. What if that map has been pointing us in the complete opposite direction all along?
And here it is. You know this one. It's the classic script. Work harder, become more successful, and then you'll be happy. Sound familiar? Of course it does. We see it everywhere, at work, at school. It's this idea that happiness is some kind of reward waiting for you at the finish line. Okay, but if that's the secret sauce, why isn't it working? The reality is, well, it's pretty startling. Research from Sean Acker's work shows that depression rates today are a whopping 10 times higher than they were back in 1960. Yeah, 10 times. It's pretty clear that old formula is just broken.
So Acker says, hey, maybe we've been looking for answers in all the wrong places. You see, by focusing on what makes people average, all we're learning is how to be average. But if you really want to thrive, you got to study the outliers, the people who are already killing it. What's their secret? What gives them that edge? And that brings us to this really powerful idea, one that completely flips that old formula on its head. It's called the happiness advantage. This is the big aha moment. We've had the whole thing backwards. It's not success that makes you happy. It's being happy that fuels your success. Think about it. When your brain is in a positive state, you're more creative. You bounce back from setbacks faster. You're way more productive. So happiness isn't the finish line. It's the fuel in the tank.
And check this out for a real-world example. In one study, they took a group of doctors and gave some of them a piece of candy before they had to make a diagnosis. Just a tiny hit of positivity. The result? The candy-eating doctors were way faster and more accurate than the others. That little boost of happiness literally made them better doctors. How wild is that? And it's not just for grown-ups either. Get this. They did a similar thing with 4-year-olds. One group was asked to think about a happy memory, I don't know, maybe the awesome Jell-O they had for lunch. And that group? They blew the other kids out of the water, finishing their tasks faster and making fewer mistakes. It works even on 4-year-olds. So, okay, the main idea is pretty clear, right? A positive brain just works better. But, and this is a big but, how do you actually do that in the real world, which isn't always sunshine and rainbows? Well, this is where Coach Freven Lim comes in. He takes Sean Acker's amazing work and adds a powerful 8th principle, one that makes the whole thing so much more practical and, honestly, accessible for everyone by just reframing the goal. And the change is, it sounds small, but it's huge. Instead of chasing this big, abstract idea of happiness, that thing you'll achieve one day, you shift your focus to being happier. It turns it from a destination into a journey. It's all about the process, about making small, steady progress, starting from exactly where you are today. And that right there is the heart of the happier advantage. The real win isn't hitting some perfect state of endless joy. Nope. The advantage, the power, is in the constant forward motion, just becoming a little bit happier than you were yesterday. It's all about progress, not perfection. And you know what's so great about this? It's for literally everyone. It doesn't matter where you're starting. If you're in a tough spot, this gives you a real path forward. And if you're already feeling pretty good, it gives you a way to keep growing. It truly is a principle for all of us. Okay, so that's the big idea. But how do we take this from a principle to, real life? This is what Freven Lim's coaching and training is all about. He's got this practical 3-step process. First, he helps you totally reframe how you see things. Second, he gives you actual frameworks, tools, to turn that new perspective into a habit. And third, he uses storytelling, because that's what makes these ideas really stick. And this isn't just fluffy theory. This is about having a real toolkit. For instance, he's got these frameworks with catchy names so they're easy to remember and use. Sweet Spot is all about finding and using your unique strengths. Then you've got others like WAD and HEIM, which are basically simple guides for daily check-ins and building happiness that actually lasts. The whole point is to give you actionable tools you can use, like today.
All right, so focusing on getting happier makes you more successful. Great. But the story does not end there. Not even close. It turns out your personal journey has this massive, surprising impact on everyone around you. Seriously, believe it or not, your happiness is contagious. Researchers found that our emotions literally spread through our social circles. And get this number, one person becoming happier can positively affect up to 1,000 other people. That's not just your friends, but your friends' friends, and even their friends. Insane, right? Just like Sean Aker says, when you put in the work to become happier, you're not just doing it for you. You're actually starting this positive ripple effect that lifts up everyone, your coworkers, your family, your whole community. So at the end of the day, this whole pursuit of being happier, it's not a selfish thing at all. Every small, consistent step you take doesn't just unlock your own potential, it creates this incredible positive way for hundreds, maybe even 1,000 people around you. So the real question isn't just about your journey, it's about who you're going to inspire with your very next step.